Welcome, my lovelies. Okay, thank you guys so much for tuning into the Daily Vibration. I just need to make sure that I hit the record button for the podcast so we can do record, right? So happy Friday to you guys. It is February 5th, 2021, okay? It is Venus Day. Fridays are ruled by Venus, so happy Friday to you. Keeping in mind that whenever you click on this video or the podcast link, right, that energy is fluid. So if the message resonates, you take what you need and you leave what you do not, all right? So if you're tuning in via YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, on my podcast, I'm going to welcome you guys to the Daily Vibration. So today is Friday, February 5th, 2021. February vibrated on the number 8, so it is going to be a month of the vibration of the number 8, okay? The date is the 5th of the month, and the year also vibrates on the number 5. So we got double 5 today, master number 55, right? 55, right? And then you also have Friday vibrating on the number 9, and Friday is ruled by Venus, okay? Now, if you're tapping into chakra energy today, you can definitely tap into your heart chakra. You know, Venus is all about love, heart chakra energy, all right? The sun is currently in Aquarius, which means that everybody is tapping into freedom and liberation energy and wanting their own independence, really, okay? The moon is going into Sagittarius at 12:17 p.m. today, so if you're watching this video before 12:17 p.m., the moon is still currently in Scorpio, okay? So the moon goes into Sagittarius at 12:17 p.m., which means, my loves, that the moon represents your instincts and wanting to feel protection, and the moon also represents emotions and the cycles that we go through, right? Moon rules fourth house energy, which is Cancer, so it also focuses on the family and on the home or your sanctuary, right? Where's your sanctuary, right? The moon in Sagittarius, the energy is going to want to be moved, so people are going to want to feel movement. They're going to be blunt and honest today. You know, Mercury is in retrograde, which means there can be a little miscommunication going on. So just be mindful of that, okay? You want to just watch maybe what you say or how you say things in this retrograde energy. And I'm going to take that into consideration because I have to make some phone calls tomorrow. Actually today. Friday. I got to make some phone calls, and so I have to take that into consideration. So when I replay this, I'm going to have to note to self, okay? All right, so let's tap into what's going on today, all right? So, you know, Fridays are ruled by Venus. Venus is all about love, balance. It's also about relationships and romance, right? So you can find some things centered around relationships today, okay? We got soul plane energy going on as well as the mental plane energy going on. Okay, so soul plane energy is the number 8 and the number 5. Okay, and we got double 5s today in the atmosphere, right? So vibrating on the number 8 today, you can tap into the soul plane energy, your higher self, your inner self, right? Make sure you be meticulous today within this number 8 vibration and methodical with your movements, especially with the Mercury energy in retrograde. Okay, also I want to say, dot your I's and cross your T's, and go back and make sure your I's and your T's are dotted in this energy. If you have appointments, you may want to double check and check the times, or maybe even check you have the right address, or you sent that email. Okay, so you definitely want to double check communication aspects within this Mercury energy. Okay, so topping off today, you got the double 5 master number. You know, the 5 is all about change. You also know 5 sits at the center of the soul in your numerical birth chart, right? So this energy can be intensified intuition today. So if you are clairvoyant or any in your voyances, your clears, you know, you want to definitely know that you're gonna be able to tap into definitely a higher sensitivity today if you're tapping into your intuition. All right, you can also find that this energy brings in a lot of confidence, so super confident, great confidence. Okay, so and let me just tell you, so if you're tapping into great confidence, you need to know also the narcissists and the energy vampires are also tapping into that same energy, so you can find people pulling on you, okay, because you shine in the day, shine bright like a diamond today, honey, right? Okay, so keeping that in mind, the number 5 within this master number could also bring in some overbearing energy, okay, narcissist, vampire type energy, so be mindful of that, and especially if you're dealing with family and home situations, okay? Not to mention, within this double 5 today, you can find that there are people operating in heavy bravado. They got a big bravado, you know, got lots of, they're just big, right? But don't really have anything to back that up, okay? Which is really just highlighting some insecurities, okay? So you want to be mindful about that so you don't react to people and their insecurities today, right? Okay. So, wrapping it up with the number 9 today, you do have the energy of completion. We've been talking about the number 9 for about a month now, and the number 9 is continuous because you find it in Thursday's energy, and you also find it in Friday's energy, okay? So, keep it in mind, number 9 is all about completion, maybe going back and getting some things done today that you needed to wrap up, okay? Number 9 also vibrates in ambition, being able to take responsibility, as well as maybe, you know, what's the ideal for you? What is the idealism that you tap into, that you resonate and you vibrate on, okay? This energy on the number 9 can also bring in a sense of overwhelming energy. It can also bring in an energy of people not taking responsibility. So you want to be mindful of how you're moving throughout this energy today, okay? Now, let's tap into this for 1 second. I really want to talk about maybe some heart chakra energy for a second, right? Your heart chakra energy is all about you being able to balance yourself in love and the connections that love is exchanged and interacted in, right? So it doesn't necessarily have to be within a relationship. It can be within something you're passionate about, you know, in the arts, or something you're passionate about in music, or, you know, a topic that you're passionate about, right? Being able to tap into love is one of the highest vibrational frequencies that you can tap into. One of the highest vibrational frequencies. So if you had to think of frequency as an aspect of self, you can think it's frequency of the aspect of your soul, right? You can think of the vibration as an aspect of your spirit, right? And then you can think of energy within all of those levels, really, as an expression of how your soul and your spirit are projecting out their experiences, okay? How they see the world, how they filter experiences that you have, right? Good, bad, and different, okay? Now, at the center of the heart chakra, you also do have the ego, right? Your ego can put you in a place where you have limited beliefs, where you have limited affirmations, where you have limited thinking, where you even have limited feeling or limited expression, right? The ego is always going to let you know that there is a limit, right? Now, that can work for you or that can work against you. You are not supposed to, I want to say, on this realm, there's always going to be a duality, okay? Up, down, in, out, back, forth. Okay, there's always going to be a sense of duality. So ego and your soul, your spirit, right? That's always going to be, you know, because your soul and your spirit knows no limitation, but the ego does, right? Because the ego is meant to help protect and guide you. It is not meant to be controlled. You know, your ego is not meant to control you. Okay, it is meant to assist you, which means that you can utilize the ego energy to be beneficial to you. So your ego can be an indication for where you can take a hint that something is off track, something is off balance, right? When your ego gets too puffed up in something, that can be an indication that you maybe need to wean back a little bit and be a little bit more full of integrity, right? Your ego can also be an indication when it sets limits for you that you may need to be a little bold, right? In your going forth and whatever it is you want to tackle, right? Be a little bold in the things that you want to speak up for or speak up against, right? Your ego can be an indication maybe that you're wounded, somebody hurt your feelings, okay? There's something maybe within you that you need to do some shadow work on, right? Your ego, okay, can be a tool that you use, right? Do not allow it to use you. Your ego can be a tool that you utilize. It can be the indication that you need to tell you whether something within yourself is out of balance, right? Or whether something within yourself needs more confidence, whether something within yourself needs to be checked, right? So, you don't want to get rid of your ego. You want to master that. You want to be able to work with that. You want to be able to tell your ego what to do, how to feel, okay, when you need it, right? You want to allow your ego to step in when you need it to, right? Sometimes your ego is there to step in because you need to step up in confidence and boldness, and that's the only way that you can project that, right? That's the only way that your spirit can experience that in this third dimensional realm. The ego works in the physical realm. Your spirit works in the fifth dimension and all of the other realms that you can't see in this realm, right? All of the other realms that you cannot physically see, touch, okay? Your spirit partakes in all those realms. Or even realms that do you know that there's realms where the colors exist that you have not known, where there's fragrances that exist that you have not smelled? And do you know that your spirit and your soul can partake in all of these? Because your soul has had many lifetimes. Do you know that there's languages that are spoken that you have not heard of yet? You know that. You know that everything that you can think about that don't exist exists somewhere in some dimension, some space, some time. Yeah. So yeah, keep that in mind, right? So if we're doing anything, right, we just tapped in right there to the law of mentalism, right? Everything is mental. If you can think it, if you can think it doesn't exist, okay? If you can think that you are against something because that's way beyond belief. The fact that it's way beyond belief is an indication that it exists. The fact that someone can make and create a movie from a mental space is a indication that that exists. May not exist in this realm, in this dimension, but it exists, right? So, as you're moving forward today, I have a question for you. What's really stopping you? Allow your ego to work for you, not against you. What's really stopping you? Have you checked into yourself to ask what's really stopping you? What's in your way? What's in your way of accomplishing the things that you want to accomplish? What's in your way of doing the things that you want to do? What's in your way of feeling the way you really want to feel? Right? A lot of times we think we should not feel angry, we should not feel sad, we should not feel upset. Those are indicators. Okay? Those are indicators. And most times they're indicating to ask you a question, what's stopping you and what do you really want? Right? So, as you're moving throughout your day to day and you're tapping into any one of these particular energy, I ask you the question, what is stopping you, okay, from getting what you really want? Allow your ego to work for you and not against you today, okay? All right, my loves, I'm going to see you guys in the next daily vibration. We're going to, that's for all elements, okay? All 4 elements. Yeah, we going to chill in the tarot card for a while. Bye, my loves.